Happy New Year guys! Si Kerran Velosa ulit ito at welcome sa episode 32 ng Laruta ng Shadowrun Hong Kong Extended Edition. So tuloy natin yung game natin. So yung huling episode guys, napapayag na natin si Gaichu na atakihin na niya yung mga siya na ngayon siya na ang humabol sa mga humahabol sa kanya. So bago natin gawin yung mission na yun, bilhin muna tayo ng gear para sa akin. Your adrenaline wanes as you fly through the subway tunnels on your way back to Heyoy. There isn't much left to do but pick the shards of glass off of your clothes and congratulate yourself on one hell of a run. It's just too bad you couldn't keep the looted antiques. By the end, you'd managed to steal over 10,000 yen worth of items for your client, a number that will hopefully be reflected on your mission pay. The damage you caused will likely set the museum's development back even further, not enough to cripple the project, just enough to send the message. But at the end of the day, you still managed to break a lot of exhibits, displays, and even the faces of a few tomb crawlers, the presence of which had conveniently slipped Drake's mind. Surprises aside, you came out on top. And thanks to some quick thinking on Drake's part, you got the books and you got out. Kaya nauna ako ngayon sa sa loading loading bar. Ayan. Bago natin gawin yung para kay Gaichu, check mo muna yung gear ko kung okay na yung nabili ko. Okay. Weapon wise, okay na ako. Kailangan ko na kailangan ko ng recovery items. Teka. Pang lang, pang backup lang just in case. Si Ambrose. Ambrose is staring at flat panel monitor on the wall. A local news channel is zoomed in on an ultra-modern aircraft carrier moored in Victoria Harbor. You following the IJN story? A Kensei fighter wing from the Masamune did an honorary flyby of the executive council meeting today. They're rattling the saber hard. Everybody's being courteous as hell, but nobody's blinking. The IGN? The Masamune? What are you talking about? You're from the UCAS Midwest. How'd you land in Hong Kong? Ito muna. The Imperial Japanese Navy. They've parked the carrier Masamune's battleground in Hong Kong for a visit. They're trying to intimidate the city. Baka diyan nakasakay yung mga kasamahan ni Gaichu. Nobody's having it. Not even the Japan Corps. It looks like it's being driven by some sort of weird internal Japanese pleasing match. The Imperial militarists want to cow Hong Kong and bring it under the umbrella. However, almost every megacorp, including all the Japan Corps, want Hong Kong to remain independent. Tensions are high. Is there any chance that Japan will take over the Hong Kong Free Enterprise Zone? Ano ba naman tanong yan? Do I have anything to worry about? That's all I need to know. Let's get down to business, Ata. Do I have anything to worry about? Yeah, don't go into a bar full of drunk Japanese sailors with a free San Francisco t-shirt on. Sneakers. This whole IJN drama is gonna go on like like it always does. The Japanese Navy will eventually realize no one is even paying attention. Then they're gonna steam off in half and maybe blow off a few smugglers out of the water. Happens all the time. Is there any chance that Japan will take over the Hong Kong Free Enterprise? Okay. Tanong na rin natin yan. No way! Not in a million years. This kind of rooster show goes down all the time. Worst that'll happen is a bunch more posturing, like the IJN has an accidental fire incident with the coastal boat. Somebody test fires an anti-ship missile. The port authority finds the Masamunia's paperwork lacking and charges them exorbitant harbor fees. Noise like that. They're a bunch of square-haired idiots with muscle cars, revving in each other. Just stay out of smugglers' hulls. The IGN likes to go on sprees of blowing them up to show how well protected Hong Kong would be under the yoke. Ambrose snorts in amusement. Those honorary flyover fighters had live ordnance loaded. Ridiculous. Say what you will though, that Kansai multi-role fighter is a sweet bird. Ambrose oogles a close-up of one of the shark-like jets on the wall screen. Twin Mitsubishi double out Delta turbofan engines, ramjets, thrusts, vectoring, generation 4 fight by fight by wire. Hey, gorgeous. Medyo technical na yan. Di ko maget. Hindi naman kasi ako engine enthusiast eh. Bah, politics. I can only talk about them so much. Let's move on. Show me your services. Natanong na wag na natin tanong yan, okay? Show me your services. Kailangan ko na medical supplies. Kano yung natitira kong gold? 800 na lang. Teka. Sell items. Equipment. Bili ko ng isa nito tapos isa pa nito. Kano? 950. Pang insurance lang. Okay, confirm. Ayusin ko lang. Ayoko yung magulo yung equipment ko eh. Okay. Goodbye, Ambrose. Cheers, Tank. Cheers, Tank. Talk to you later. Okay. Bago natin gawin yung mission na yan, balik muna tayo sa headquarters. Hindi ko matandaan ko na kuha ko na yung kung nabasa na natin yung yung mga article sa BBS, tsaka mag-unload pa tayo ng pay data eh. Check ko lang. Check your inbox for new messages. Wala. Jobs directory. Nakuha ko na. Okay. Shadowlands BBS. Okay. Pay data. Post the museum shipping manifest. Posting successful. Posting will remain active for 2 days. Search BBS for relevant keywords. Ang dami oh. Di natin nabasa nung episode. Topics matching local keywords. Thread. Typhoon stalled offshore. White Prism. Update on Typhoon Usagi. Infrared images of the storm eye. uh, uh, Infrared images of the storm eye to wall transition are really quite stunning, by the way. Typhoon Usagi has stalled in the South China Sea and is now weakening after passing north of the Philippines. Strong wind and periodic very heavy rains will continue as Usagi's arms sweep across the region. For the moment, Usagi is resting the wind, which is causing it to lose strength. Prevailing winds will probably ultimately drive Usagi ashore, west of Macau, as it struggles to remain over water. According to Dr. Lance Inroki of the Imperial Japanese Meteorological Agency, even the most awakened storms have difficulty delaying their landfall for more than a week once they are in the South China Sea. Usagi will still be a full strength typhoon when it makes landfall, but its delay fortunately gives people in the storm path more time to prepare. Amanita. Look, babe, I just made this cartoonified typhoon for you. It's got a little purse and sparkles and bubble tea and 8 arms with assorted weapons and a necklace of skulls and everything. Ano ba yan? White Prism. You're the best. Tungsten. The J-pop team on the ammunition belts really take it over the top. Amanita, you're a special person. Okay, next. Thread. Sang Mechanical Services. A rising star. The chromed accountant. Has anyone else been keeping track of the Executive Council elections? It's almost time for the latest round, and the competition is heating up. Up until this point, Tanyan CEO Sao Kok Chu looked like the best pick to replace Josephine Tsang of Tsang Mechanical Services. Despite Wixing CEO Kent Zuling's rivalry with Chu, he had the support of both Yang Lin Fat of Shibata and Adrian Chung of Hydebrand Train Fort Bernal. Bernal. Hirap i-pronounce kasi German eh. Okay, Chrome accountant ulit. Now though, I'm not so sure. Josephine Sang seems pretty confident that she'll remain on the council. From what I've heard, she's got a deal with Aris Asia, Manobi and Eastern Tiger to stay out of their way. In exchange, they let her own Southeast Asia's large-scale construction projects. A cozy relationship like that could turn the tides against Tan Tien. Okay, ito pala yung itsura ng Josephine Sang. Mas matanda pa siya kay mas matanda, mas matanda siya yung nanay ni ni Raymond Black, ganun. Your screen flickers as a tried clip begins playing. Josephine Sang stands at a podium, addressing a crowd of reporters in front of a partially constructed skyscraper. With the finalization permits approved for the Pak Thai Workers Complex here in Dongguan, I promise you that the prosperity of the city can only increase. This marks an auspicious day. Thousands of new jobs in construction, tens of thousands more when the project is complete, and low-cost housing for every worker. Some have said Sang Mechanical Services does not have the will to compete in a global market, that we are only a force to be reckoned with in Hong Kong, Africa, and South America. I say that our good fortune is your good fortune. Sang pounds the podium with a closed fist, nodding for emphasis. Sang Mechanical Services is more than a local company. Our star is rising. and shows no sign of slowing. I asked the residents of Dongguan, who among you, who among of Dongguan, who among you does not wish for a better life, a wealthier, happier life, one where your company is also your family and can protect you from the uncertainty of these trying times. We will give you that life. We will give you that protection and certainty. What a load of utter crap. Blue shift the Chrome accountant. I may be crap. I may be crap, but the people in Dongguan ate it up. It may be it may be crap, but the people in Dongguan ate it up. The idea of signing with a local company that isn't Baihu, and believe me, they count Tan Chen and Wuxing as foreign was too much of a draw for them to pass on. I'm thinking that absent catastrophe, I'm thinking that absent catastrophe, Josephine Sang will be on the executive council in the next few days. Trauma hound, trauma hound. Why do they count Wuxing as foreign? Tantian, sure, they're headquartered in Beijing, but Wuxing's just as native to Hong Kong as Sang is. Wuxing and the Canton Confederation have been at odds since 2015. Wuxing's made a habit of exploiting the people of Guangdong and using loopholes to shield themselves from taxation. What's more, Wuxing was the primary mover in founding the Free Enterprise Zone, permanently stopping the Confederation designs on Hong Kong. Okay, Chrome, content red. Chrome content. Sang took a different tactic. Josephine Sang started out by promising the Canton Confederation a very lucrative taxation agreement in exchange for a low-cost, low-term lease on their for their facilities in Dongguan. She sweetened the deal by treating them like family rather than adversaries. She's got them eating out of her hand. Pasaway. Okay, next article. Punk metal hardcore. Teka, check ko yung time natin. Maubos na naman dito eh. Hindi naman. 30 minutes pa. Rock collector. Got a collection of over 10,000 albums of punk, hardcore light, thrash metal, heavy metal, light metal, death metal, metal nouveau, sinopunk, synthpunk, cyber thrash, synthcore, Hong Kong ska, and triple umlaut bands like Umlaut. Recollector. If there's an album you've been searching for, I might just have it. In return, I'm in search of any weird, obscure bands to add to my library. Let me know. Ano yun? Books Tarama. Got any cybercore synth metal? As for what might interest you, I own the complete oeuvre. I own the complete oeuvre of the German punk band Messerkampf. Heard of them? Beta Town. Messerkampf? They're so mainstream. They really begin the JIS. Booksterama. Really? Did they tour? Recollector. Nah man, I don't think so. Those Berlin anarchist bands never survived very long. Besides, I think they broke up a really long time ago. They're probably aging wage slaves now. And no idea that they're wildly popular on the other side of the planet. Looking for Decker. Ano naman? Looking for experienced Decker for a discreet milk run. Picking a very special access card of a wage slave. Potential for a longer term arrangement. We're a team that's been together for years, running your basic heists and the occasional transport gig. We've got a reliable fixer and long list of happy clients. Ito na naman. Requirements: you must not take experimental steams during runs. You must not tamper with chemicals in secret labs. You must have a good sense of humor. Give me some Nuyen. Knock knock. In extremis. Give me some Nuyen. In extremis. You said a good sense of humor. It's a joke, see? Give me some Nuyen. At this point, we're actually more interested in hiring an experienced professional with a mature adult's impulse control. We've had some bad luck with our deckers lately. The last one had two left feet and couldn't seem to stop stumbling into containers full of volatile substances. Captain Scone. Poor runs with scissors. The poor runs with scissors 2056. Although by looking at her name, I guess we should have known. In extremis. So basically, you guys are desperate for a decker. Has anyone else contacted you? Give me some new. We can await a little longer. Um, meet me. In extremis. Meet me. You guys are starting to get a bad rap. You know, jinxed. Okay, last one. We're sunk, all of us. Swim. White Prism. As some of you know, I have a keen interest in urban planning, geophysics, and anything involving our eventual and inevitable destruction. Appended is a recent summary on the rising sea level in Hong Kong. It expresses the issue well in lay terms. Freedom Cowboy. You complained my post titles are a bit sterile. How's this one? Article from Hong Kong Newswire. Hong Kong's watery future. Images and external links redacted. The Joint Corporate Development Bureau has released a report on sea level rise in Hong Kong over the next 50 years. Since the year 2000, Hong Kong experienced 9 to 13 meters of water level rise. Varying by location, geologists cite a combination of kulang ng R, Antarctic ice melting, the natural sinking of Hong Kong's artificial fill shorefronts, and forced subsidence caused by massive urban construction. Okay, read more. Future of the city. Geologists predict a continued rise in water levels over the next 50 years, with slowing land subsidences being offset by the accelerating collapse of the Arctic ice sheet. Quoting from government geologist Dr. Ao Ming Shah, with up to 15 meters of subsidence expected over the next century, a large fraction of current Hong Kong will become submerged. Due to our population and small land base, abandonment of flooded land is no longer practical. Rigorous, ambitious retrofitting of the city will need to continue by 2100. By 2100, the current constant buildings will mostly rise from a canal environment. Focus on engineering to protect Hong Kong. Engineering studies indicate that major improvements will be necessary on the coastal seawalls and on Victoria Harbour's Searang Wall, officially the anti-typhoon automated harbor defense jetty. Coastal protections will need to be raised by a half meter per year to counter the total effect of rising sea level and the worsening severity of super typhoons. The Development Bureau estimates this may cost 250 billion yuan over the next 5 decades. White Prism. Climatic models suggest that by 2100, storm surges impinging Ano yan? Ano impinging? On Hong Kong shores. Feeling ko dapat infringing yan eh. On Hong Kong shores may exceed 3 meters in height, and wind-driven waves during severe storms may reach 15 meters. End of article. Give me some new yan. So we're going to be running jobs from gondolas in 50 years. That's the message. White Prism. When one does some simple financial modeling and extrapolates the worsening severity and frequency of super typhoons along with the geological outlook, the actual message is that it may be necessary to abandon Hong Kong. Ouch. Saklap naman nun. Of Freedom Cowboy. Sino ba yung WP kanina? White Prism. Ayan. I take it back. Keep your sterile titles. What's so endearing about you is that you talk about the grimiest things like an accountant. White Prism. Double entry accounting is an amazing system. If more operators took an interest in it, they would have much better long-term financial security, as well as be better able to interpret and manipulate materials encountered during their work. Okay, Hatch. It's pretty ironic that your handle shortens to WP. Normally associated normally associated with white phosphorus. Freedom Cowboy. Actually, Hatch, it's not. It's really not. White Prism. White phosphorus is exceptionally useful not merely because of its hypergolic ignition and the fact that once burning, it is chemically immune to water quenching, but also because of its high adhesion and biotoxicity. I don't take pleasure in these qualities, but I appreciate them. Anyway, Nana. Okay, data. Okay. Puntahan na natin yung yung run para kay Gaichu. Na lang eh. 337 na lang. Kung may gusto mo na akong bilhin, wala akong mabibili. Asan na yung ayan. Gawin na natin yung simulan na natin yung niya. Yung run niya, yung Shadowrun niya. Tayo ng save point dito. Meron pa akong mabibili pala. Gusto ko habulin muna yung unarmed. So wag na muna. Bakit hindi pwede mag-save dito? Nakalokohan yun. Hey, ulit. Okay, simulan natin yung para kay Gaichu. Mag all male team tayo. The MTR doors open as you approach. Travel to the Renraku warehouse in Tolo Harbor to ambush Gaichu's old red samurai unit. Kailangan natin siya, syempre. Tapos sama natin, ano, all male party, teka. Subukan lang natin ganito ang setup. Okay. Retribution. The Tolo Harbor Industrial Complex is a sprawling maze of warehouses, auto fabrication facilities, shipping container mazes, and corporate power. If something corporate owned is shipped through Hong Kong, it invariably moves through these streets. The Ranraku shipping facility lies far enough away from the heart of Tolo Harbor that you won't have to worry about corporate security other than the on-site guards, and Renraku's extraterritorial means that any fighting won't risk backup from rent-a-cops. Okay na yung gear ko. At at least meron siyang healing item. Si Gaichu meron ding isa. At least to si meron dalawa. Okay. You have karma available to improve your character's attributes. Ano? Kailangan ko pa ng isa eh. As you exit the MTR and step into the taller harbor streets, you are blessedly spared from rain. And even the constant monsoon combined with the sweltering heat has left the concrete and your body blessedly free of moisture. Gaichu casts a glance at you, and he nods in satisfaction. This is the facility. Past that fence is the warehouse and and test and test laboratories. Ishida and his team should arrive mere minutes after we breach their defenses. Sounds good to me. What kind of initial opposition will we face? Shouldn't we try and make this stealthy and give ourselves time to get into position? Is there anything I should know about this place? Try natin. Stealthy. Gachim shakes his head. That will not be possible, I am afraid. A facility of this importance warrants a maximum security presence. Any covert points of entry will be guarded and trapped. We will have no choice but to go in through the front door. Okay. While the Red Samurai provide a good backup team, there are there are too few of them. There are few of them to mount a standing guard. This means that we will be facing standard Ranraku security forces. While they are not as potent as better equipped security knight errant, for instance, they are still skilled combatants. Wu grunts, nodding in satisfaction. Good corporate goons. Good corporate goons I know what to do with. No crazy ass ninjas or samurai. Just guys with rifles and armor. That's the kind of opposition I'm good at handling. So long as you do not underestimate them, we should be fine. I trust your skills in combat. Gaichu flexes one hand claws glinting under the sodium streetlights. Between these and your rifle, I suspect they will not stand a chance. Okay, yeah. Gaichu must survive. Locate the drone prototype. Okay, save muna natin. Bagong save. Check ko lang ang time guys ulit. Okay, 11 minutes. Pwede. Pwede pa tayong gumawa ng... Pwede pa tayong gumawa ng gulo niyan. Teka. Isa pa. Medical supplies. Sige, kuha tayo. Crap. Okay na, 1, 2, 3, 4. 280. Ouch, yun ba yan? Teka, mali yung diskarte ko, teka. Reload, reload. Mali eh. Anong nangyari doon? Ba't na-ambush tayo sa lagay na yun? Teka lang. Again. Ano ba yan? Okay, at least 9 minutes. Tingnan natin kung ano magagawa natin within 9 minutes. Sige, dito tayo sa taas. Doon talaga tayo dadaan. Nasaan sila? Tempan ko yung at ano kung saan ano. Kung saan nag-ilaw yung ano. Ayun, pwede dito. Okay, sige. Saan na pwede yung tumiskarte? Ayun. Ay, may nakikita isa. Position tayo, teka. Hindi mo kita eh. Kung madudura mo siya dyan, hindi talaga abot. station natin. So kailangan talaga dito umikot. Kailangan lumapit kami. Mali pala itong setup ko. Ako mag-defensive for now. Hindi mo matatarget yan eh. Sige, tama, pwesto kayo. Hindi mo ba't yung dalawa, sayang. Wala kang maabot eh. Makita mo ba? Tayo timer na. Set up ko lang to guys. Teka. Gaichu. Pa makakalusot dun eh. Ito meron dito oil can, hindi target yan. Kapag maabot ka dyan. Baba, 20 plus lang eh. Tama pag inito mo yung ano. Nice. Loko. Ay, dito naman. At least medyo bugbog na. Okay. End natin dito guys. Tuloy natin next episode. Medyo rocky yung umpisa ng laban pero okay to. So, sige. Tuloy natin dito next episode. Okay guys, kaya Sean Velasa signing off. Sa episode na ulit.